That leaves, again, Train is very open, and
Yes.
Tiger, super strong team on that map. Tyloo's Train's been looking pretty rough recently, and I dare say it's going to be looking rough again today.
Well, so far things are going exactly as they did in round one of the bracket. We'd be looking for a Train and then an Inferno pick here from Tiger and Tyloo respectively if we're to continue that trend. See if anyone changes anything up here, and we'll get the first two picks up on screen. Train, Inferno, so far exactly the same as the round one vetoes. So Tyloo's feeling confident on their map choice, Tiger's feeling confident on their map choice. Makes sense because both of those teams won their respective map in round one. And the question being, are we going to get the same third map through in this series? So let's have a look and see if the decider will end up being Dust 2. Tyloo, not quite feeling so confident this time on Dust 2. It was a question mark that we had, Mac, if you remember.
Yeah.
Why did they go to Dust 2 as opposed to Mirage in that series, knowing that Tiger does play a bit of Dust 2? Now, they've got the second chance. They decide to renege on their initial opinion, and they've gone back to Mirage.
The issue is that they're both equally shaky, if you ask me, to be honest. Tyloo's T side on Mirage over this year has left a lot to be desired for. With this new lineup, they tried to go to Mirage a lot, tried to run those 1-3-1s. Very limited success they were finding.
Well, guys, we're going to have plenty of time to break down those maps when we do jump into the server. First, we have to go to a break, and we're hoping to see much the same kind of excitement from the lower bracket final here in Asia as we did in Oceania. We'll be heading into the lower bracket final of DreamHack Masters Winter right after this. G'day, welcome back. It's DreamHack Masters Winter. We are here for Asia, and right now we've got the Battle of the Thais, and it's not the players from the Thai region, it's Tyloo and Tiger that I'm talking about. A rematch from round 1 of the bracket here in DreamHack Masters Winter. Very interesting prospect, Pilski. You weren't here for that first match, so I am quite interested to see what your prediction might be. Why don't we go ahead and bring those up, and you'll get a bit of an idea as to where we're leaning at the moment.
What is that?
Pilski's gone for Tyloo.
Oops, wrong button. My bad.
Yeah, I think you've pressed the wrong one, because Mac and I have gone both towards Tiger. Normally, we present a united front on the desk. But,
Do we?
well, in a matchup that consists of Tyloo versus anyone, yes.
Usually.
Yes.
But this time, I don't know. I'm going to gamble there on Tiger a little bit. I'm sure Mac probably agrees. It's maybe not the wisest of predictions, but it is something definitely possible today. And Tiger is going to need to show up with much the same gusto as what they did in that first game of DreamHack Masters Winter. Here we go on to Tiger's map choice of Train. They'll have to work hard to win it.
Well, 4 armors for him and 1 Molotov, which I assume is just going to be chucked on the CT connector while the rest of the boys get out there with the Glocks onto the site. In the meanwhile, somebody on upper ramp has actually been spotted out and will basically just knife out to his death. Does get the Gush on rate in the meanwhile, and the Molotov still hasn't been thrown out by Dobu just yet. But it doesn't really matter because Coolass is just running through CT connector and killing everyone, Mac.
Yeah, it is a little bit worrying for Tyloo. However, they at least get the first, and Dobu, he's going to be spotted as well. But Cabal takes the head straight off of Attacker, and this could be done right here and now. Rate, he'll fall.
I think Summer was trying to go for a ninja. Didn't really look like he wanted to take a fight there, but had to. And now he is surrounded by multiple Ts. Dobu's on top of him. Does finish him off. Great first pistol round for Tiger, who are showing absolutely no respect to Tyloo. Look at that pistol. Straight down lower ramp, straight into CT connector. See you later.
It's exactly what they did the other day as well, fighting fire with fire and giving Tyloo, well, what you expect Tyloo would do to any opposite team. So, it works. That's the thing.
Well, Tiger got 9 rounds on their T side against Tyloo. 1, so it could be the pass ball almost, right? Although Tiger can do it once. Now with the pistol, they can do it again and put that pressure right onto Tyloo's shoulders. Start getting them to think about what happened the other evening. There's a good nade. Lands right on top of Attacker, so softening those targets up. Definitely not the kind of round that Tiger can, mess around in. Tyloo's got some pretty good deaglers, slowly being the pick of the bunch for me.
Does seem like Tiger has something in mind here. Cabal above SL in a very common corner to smoke green train. And as we do see, the smokes fly out onto the bomb site, right side site and back of green train thrown out there by Tiger. Unfortunately, Cabal didn't realize somebody had pushed inner, but Coolass takes out his teammate and one of the opponents as well. And this is not going well for Tiger at all, Matt.
Yeah, how's the timing on that push as well? Somebody might just be the crucial piece to the round as Dan King holds strong with the deagle. Dobu now to be left last alive, and he's been mopped up. Tyloo hit back on their eco perfectly. The force buy was the answer.
Well, that's a big result for Tyloo already. It's going to unsettle Tiger. See what Tiger's reaction is going to be. Do they opt to force buy in? Does look like that's going to be the case. It's a late call, though, so they're going to be able to spawn a little bit slower than Tyloo will.
Yeah, a little bit not on the same page there. But it's not going to matter too much. They're still going to try to work their way toward inner. Progression smoke up low ramp from somebody who is playing a little further back. It does seem like they are very much set up to try to deal with this push down lower ramp and straight up towards the hump train. Smoke goes out on low ramp. Very well timed from Dan King. Tiger still setting up for this push. Only 2 smokes, 1 flashbang. They're just going to try and send it straight through the smoke.
Let's see how the contact play works. Well, so far no good. Molly slows Tiger down in their tracks, and that's going to be an easy mop-up for somebody dealing with the force buy perfectly. Cabal needs to try to hit back, but Look at this, the numbers coming in, the reinforcements look strong for Tyloo.
Yeah, Cabal hits a nice shot there, but only the 1 kill, so it's definitely not the end of the world for Tyloo, who will retain the majority of their guns and keep that economy ticking in the right direction. At least if you are a fan of the Chinese squad, that is. I dare say there's quite a few fans of Tiger keeping an eye on this match, and a very warm welcome to all of those in Mongolia who are keeping a close eye on things here, because
I've got one of them sitting on either side of me, apparently.
well, I'm a big fan of seeing those kinds of upsets happen.
And I don't think they actually need our help, to be honest, those Mongolian blokes, because a lot of the time they have their own stream rolling, which sometimes has more viewers than the mainstream. They really get around it in Mongolia. I love to see it.
I was kind of blown away. I was doing an interview a while ago with Urkas, and I was looking at, you know, some of his profiles and stuff, and he's got, I don't know, maybe 1,000 or something like that. Maybe a bit more. He's got an okay amount of followers on Twitter, but like nothing too out there. And then I went on Facebook, and there's like 19,000 followers on Facebook for Urkas. I'm just thinking, like, where did all these guys come from?
Yeah. Mongolia.
They're all Mongolian, because he only posts on the Facebook page in Mongolian. So, I mean, I guess there's probably 1 or 2 that don't speak Mongolian, but by and large, it's obviously targeting the Mongolian fan base. And that's, you know, just to think about how many people are getting on board with that. And it's no wonder that the Mongolian scene continues to develop talent when there's a player base like that.
Have their own leagues,
yeah,
have their own streams for the casting. There's a lot of countries that definitely can't say the same, especially in Asia.
Yeah, it's a shining beacon of hope within the Asian community, that is for sure. Not going so well today, though. That is a good pick from DanKing. And DanKing's probably been the form player for Tyloo in this tournament. Great start for him in the first proper gun round of the map.
It feels like, at least so far, Tiger have kind of been getting into that situation where they're playing Tyloo's game a little bit, but Dobu is done with that. Does punish both of the pushes. Really maneuvering himself well around the server, and that is what I talk about when I'm saying that Dobu is just this player who finds the timing pushes, who always gets the rotations caught off guard. That's the 3rd time this round where he's found an opportunity to be able to find a pick on the CTs. Unfortunately, doesn't take advantage of it. Great nade from DanKing onto 9, gets him down to half HP, but the 2v3 post plant is still doable for Tiger.
Slowly is going to be still on the rotate as well. He's taken a long time to get across. It's not going to cost Tyloo too much, but maybe if time becomes a factor, we can remember where he was on the A bomb site when that bomb plant did end up going down. Rate hiding behind the smoke, making sure no one can come through ramp, but he need not worry. There's no one coming from there. 9 misses a big spray, and it's on to Rate, who's already got the first, but has too many options. Nearly works for the spray transfer, but too much of an ask there. And so Tyloo will go up 4-1. And it's certainly a different looking start here for Tiger. A lot of work to be done.
Yeah, look, Tyloo are kind of just playing their game at the moment. Outside of Dobu finding some openings in that round and the pistol, which was very, very fast-paced, it's kind of just been Tyloo running their game plans, running around the server, looking for picks, going for aggression. DanKing and somebody in particular are kind of pushing Tiger around right now. Half buy out from Tiger. They throw the smokes onto Sandwich and E-Box, as well as a smoke into Olof, but it's actually through Ivy where they push, and a 1-for-1 on Summer creates an opportunity here for Tiger.
Yeah, Rate and Dobu causing the impact. Pistols working out nicely. Dobu from long range with the Tech 9 taps away. Coolest follows suit, and that's a bit more like it for Tiger. They're right back into the swing of things, and you start to get a bit more of that pizzazz that we saw the other night from Tiger. Particularly Coolest being able to just get all of these multi-frags on A.
Cool Forced.
Yeah, well.
I'm not saying that.
You're not going to say his name?
I'm not saying that.
That's
name.
toxic.
Toxic Pilski.
Well, I did predict for Tyloo. So
what did Cool Force do to you?
Coolest did nothing to me. Actually, I was rather impressed with him that round. Nice shots on the Tech 9. You love to see it.
Certainly do.
And
is this your first time watching New Tiger? Or casting New Tiger?
A full game, yes.
Okay.
I've definitely tuned in for a half or two. Or a couple of rounds. But current CS is just so long format. Who has the attention span for that? I don't blame you guys for just floating in and out of the stream. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Either way, two-man advantage for Tiger. They're about to break the CT's money unless a massive 3-on-5 can come into fruition here for Tyloo. Two-man and T-Con. Danking's floating around. But I would assume it's going to be a save here, and Tiger are looking fantastic. I loved that Tech-9 Force Spy round, by the way. Like, how many rounds in OCE did we see a couple of pistols being bought and not a whole lot going on where they're just walking around? That was a 6-strat out of Tiger.
I think you're going to love quite a few more rounds from Tiger because that was something we fairly consistently saw from them, not just on pistols, but gun rounds as well. They're a thinking team.
It's yeah, well, it's Dobu's first time RGLing, and he's already showing me some great stuff. So I'm about to be even more of a fan. I was already a Dobu fan. How many of us put him in our super team?
Me.
You put him in your super team?
I think it was
I think I
you
put
and
him, I think I put him in my super team as well.
Oh, no, I think it actually was just me and Blair. I think you had Zion.
Oh, really?
I think you had Zion.
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking about it, though. I was like, Urkast's in my super team, so I got to put Dobu in there because...
Zion?
Yeah.
Who's that?
It's a great question. He hasn't really played much of 2020, has he?
No.
It's
Been
not...
around in the CS scene for a little bit, right?
No, he's in BTRG, dude.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in NG.
Well, he was in BTRG, but we didn't get to see much of BTRG.
Well, they didn't make it through the open qualifiers. And, look, there was a lot of these tournaments where there was only one slot available.
Mm. Oh, he was on, what was the team?
MVP.
Nah, the team with the Reaper logo.
Lucid Dream.
Lucid Dream.
No, he wasn't.
No.
Wasn't
That
he?
was
No,
different Korean
Jinx
players.
and Lakia.
Lakia.
Ah, okay.
Dine was MVP, and then he went to BTRG and NG.
I actually missed Lucid Dream. Haven't seen them in a while.
They don't exist
They all
anymore.
play Valorant now, brother.
I know. And it sucks because they were really good CS players. Well, looks like we are going to see Tiger Xing on the A site slowly. Stops them in their tracks for now, but Summer hides on the top of Bomb. He's going to be assisted by Attacker from Heaven. It looks like these crossfires working wonderfully so far. 2 picks, and Tiger now working from the disadvantage, but they still have the firepower to play with at least. That's the patience.
Oh, Nine had an opportunity there, I think.
Certainly did, but Summer snatches away the AK now. Dancing around with the rifle on Bomb. Look at the timing too, just over towards the back of it. No one close enough to trade as Attacker's gone towards the back of old Bomb. Rate still just searching for it, and a great flash allowing Summer to find another. It's just going from bad to worse at the moment for Tiger. 9 now left last alive. Isolated over towards T-Con. And they know he's here too.
Yeah, Nine's really going to have to step up today. Very similar to what we saw from him earlier on in the tournament. He was the standout player for Tiger when they did beat Tyloo. And when your AWPer is the standout player, you do tend to get a lot of impact from them.
He's an interesting player because I believe he was a package deal with NCL when he originally came to Tiger. And we were all like, why didn't you get Annihilation? But actually, in the old Tiger and even in this Tiger, this man has been a very, very good performer on the AWP.
Yes. We have seen a lot of that over the past couple of days.
In fact, better than Annihilation's looking in D13. That's for sure. So
that's it. And as you heard in the interview as well, we've seen Coolast pick up the AWP a couple of times now too. And apparently he was AWPing for some of his previous teams. So that's why you see him on that secondary AWP from time to time, which we might see in the second half. First half, I doubt we'll see it.
well, we did come from Marzalai, which we know there's a lot of experience on that roster. Plenty to be gained from playing with some of those Mongolian legends. Although there has been a couple of shake-ups in terms of the rosters, so wouldn't be surprised if it's not the faces that I remember. Either way, though, Tiger going to be sizing up this intercept.
Lots of flashes. Great util as Tiger send it through a little bit after said flashes, but even so, we'll start to dominate the site, just going straight down Speedway. Tyloo flashing themselves straight back out, and it's going to be a bloodbath on B in just a moment. Oof.
Two good kills for Tiger, but they're being brought back slowly but surely by Tyloo. Dan King having a good tournament, but he'll be shut down quickly by Wright. And now Summer, the IGL and captain for Tiger is, or rather for Tyloo, is going to have to deal with Tiger. And he might just be able to do it. Having gotten rid of Wright, leaves this on the shoulders of Cabal. Timer ticking away, but smoke available for Summer. Shouldn't matter because Cabal is there. Good round to win for Tiger. It's a costly round.